chosen ones. You won. Heaven is sending your lifetime partner. Listen closely, because this moment carries a quiet weight that many souls wait a lifetime to feel. And if your heart has been tired, if your spirit has been stretched thin from waiting, then do not turn away now, because something gentle yet powerful is unfolding for you at this very second. There is a divine shift moving toward you, something written long before your tears ever fell, something prepared by hands that never forget your pain and never ignore your faith. Type 2323 if you agree. There were nights when you felt unseen and days when your hope felt like it was slipping through your fingers, yet you held on in ways that even you do not fully understand, and that quiet endurance has reached heaven itself, like a soft cry carried by the wind. You are not reading these words by chance, because heaven does not move randomly, and your story has never been forgotten, even in the silence. There is a reason your heart never settled for less, and there is a reason certain connections fell apart, even when you tried to hold them together with everything inside you. This is the moment where understanding begins to replace confusion, and peace begins to replace longing. Before you move forward, pause for a brief moment and gently show your support by liking this video, because this small act allows this comforting light to reach more hearts that are quietly waiting for the same kind of reassurance. There were seasons in your life when love felt distant, when people came close but never truly stayed, and when promises felt like soft whispers that faded before they could become something real and lasting. You may have wondered why your path seemed different, why your heart carried a deeper kind of longing that others did not seem to understand, and why every connection that looked promising slowly revealed itself as incomplete. Yet, what you did not see was the careful hand of God protecting you from settling into something that would never truly hold your soul. What felt like loss was often quiet protection, and what felt like delay was actually preparation for something far greater than anything you have known before. Your heart was being shaped, not broken beyond repair, and your spirit was being strengthened, not left behind in loneliness. Every tear carried a lesson, and every moment of waiting carried a hidden blessing that is now beginning to rise to the surface. There is a person being guided toward you, someone whose path has also been filled with lessons, growth, and quiet transformation, someone who has been prepared in ways that mirror your own journey. This is not a rushed connection, and this is not something that will leave you questioning your worth or your place in someone's life. Type 1010 if you trust in God. The one who is coming into your life will not arrive with confusion or mixed intentions, because what heaven sends is not meant to harm or distract, but to build, restore, and bring peace that feels steady and real. You will feel a calm recognition in your heart, something that does not rush you into fear or uncertainty, but gently invites you into trust and understanding. There will be a sense of safety that you have not felt before, a quiet assurance that you do not need to fight for love or prove your worth, because your presence alone will be enough. You have grown into someone who understands the value of emotional truth, someone who no longer chases empty words or temporary affection, and that growth has aligned you with something that carries depth, sincerity, and purpose. This connection will not feel like a storm that overwhelms you, but rather like a steady light that warms your spirit and strengthens your heart. There will be moments of laughter that feel effortless, and there will be conversations that reach deeper than surface words, touching places within you that have long been waiting to be understood. God has seen every moment you chose to walk away from what was not right for you, even when it hurt, even when it felt like you were losing something important, and those choices have created space for something that will not require you to shrink or hide parts of yourself. You are not meant to feel small in love, and you are not meant to question your value in someone's life. The one being guided toward you will recognize your heart without needing explanation, and they will meet you with the same level of sincerity that you have carried for so long. There is a timing to everything, and this moment is not random or accidental, because heaven does not rush what is meant to last, and it does not delay what is ready to arrive. You are stepping into a season where clarity replaces confusion, where peace replaces anxiety, and where love begins to feel like something safe rather than something uncertain. This is not just about finding someone, but about receiving a connection that aligns with your soul, your faith, and your journey. Type yes to affirm. You are not behind, and you have not missed your chance, because what is meant for you does not pass you by, and what is truly yours will always find its way to you in the right moment. The waiting you endured was not empty, and the lessons you carried were not without purpose, because they have shaped you into someone ready to receive something real, something lasting, and something deeply aligned with your heart. The change may feel gentle at first, almost like a soft breeze that brushes against your soul, but within that gentleness there is a powerful shift that cannot be stopped or reversed. What if abundance had always been influenced by a hidden brain signal, buried in classified records, and never fully disclosed to the public? This frequency is now creating new pathways, attracting opportunities, and reshaping lives faster than expected. Thousands are already using it to draw wealth like never before. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate the money-attracting brainwave today. There were times when you gave your kindness to people who did not know how to carry it, and you offered your patience to situations that only tested your strength without giving anything back in return. You held on with hope even when the signs around you showed that something was not meant to stay, and you chose to believe in love even when your heart felt tired from disappointment. That kind of faith does not go unnoticed, and that kind of love does not remain unanswered, because heaven sees what the world often overlooks and honors what others may not understand. Now, there is a different energy moving toward you, one that does not drain your spirit or leave you feeling uncertain about your place in someone's life. This connection will not ask you to question yourself or wonder where you stand, because it will come with a sense of clarity that feels natural and comforting. You will not feel the need to overthink every word or second-guess every moment, because what is being sent to you carries honesty and consistency that aligns with the truth of who you are. The person who is being guided into your life has also walked through their own seasons of growth and learning, and their heart has been shaped in ways that allow them to meet you with understanding rather than confusion. They will not arrive with unfinished intentions or unclear emotions, because their journey has prepared them to recognize something real when they see it. There will be a quiet recognition between both of you, something that feels familiar in a way that cannot be explained with simple words, yet it will feel right in every sense. Type 2020 to claim miracles. This is not the kind of connection that fades when things become challenging, because it is built on something deeper than surface feelings or temporary excitement. There will be strength in the way you both support each other, and there will be peace in the way you both communicate without fear or hesitation. You will find comfort in knowing that you are seen, heard, and valued without needing to prove your worth over and over again. You have reached a place in your life where you understand the difference between something that looks good and something that truly feels right. And that awareness is guiding you toward a connection that carries truth rather than illusion. The love that is coming into your life will not confuse you, because it will be clear in its presence and steady in its growth. It will not rush you into something overwhelming, but it will gently unfold in a way that allows both of you to build something strong and lasting together. There is also healing that will take place through this connection, not because the other person completes you, but because they meet you in a place where you are already whole and growing. You will find yourself letting go of past fears without even realizing it, and you will begin to trust in a way that feels natural rather than forced. The walls you built to protect yourself will slowly lower, not because you are being asked to remove them, but because you will feel safe enough to do so on your own. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. The timing of this is important because it is happening when you are ready to receive it without losing yourself in the process. You have learned how to stand in your own worth, and you have learned how to recognize what aligns with your heart and what does not. That growth is what allows this connection to enter your life in a way that feels balanced and meaningful rather than overwhelming or uncertain. There will be moments where you look back at your past and finally understand why certain things did not work out, and instead of feeling pain, you will feel gratitude for the protection that guided you away from what was not meant for you. You will see how every ending created space for this new beginning, and you will realize that nothing you experienced was wasted or meaningless. The love that is coming into your life carries a sense of purpose, not in a heavy or overwhelming way, but in a gentle understanding that you are both meant to walk alongside each other with respect, care, and shared growth. There will be a natural rhythm between you, something that does not feel forced or complicated, but rather flows with ease and sincerity. You will not feel like you are trying to make something work, because it will already feel aligned in ways that bring peace to your heart. There is also a sense of joy that will return to you, a lightness that you may have felt was missing for a long time. You will find yourself smiling without effort, feeling hopeful without hesitation, and embracing the present without fear of what might go wrong. This is not because everything will be perfect, but because the foundation of what you are building will be strong enough to hold both the beautiful and the challenging moments with grace. As you move forward, hold on to the understanding that you are not stepping into something uncertain, but rather into something that has been carefully prepared for you. There is intention behind this connection, and there is care within its unfolding that reflects the love you have always carried within yourself. You are not being asked to change who you are to fit into this, because what is coming into your life is meant to meet you exactly as you are. There will be a deep sense of respect between you and this person, something that allows both of you to grow without feeling restricted or controlled. You will feel encouraged to be yourself, to express your thoughts and feelings openly, and to move forward without fear of being misunderstood or dismissed. This kind of connection brings freedom rather than pressure, and it allows both hearts to expand rather than shrink. A concealed brainwave once stored in classified files is said to ignite strong prosperity. In just 7 minutes, you can unlock the switch in your mind that draws abundance like a magnet. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate your hidden wealth wave right now. You have waited longer than you expected, and you have faced moments where it felt like nothing was moving in your favor, yet all of that was leading you to this point. There is no rush now, because what is meant for you will not disappear, and what is being given to you will remain steady and true. You are stepping into a chapter where love feels like a safe place rather than a question, and where your heart feels at ease rather than on edge. Carry this peace with you as you continue forward, because it is a sign that you are aligned with something real and meaningful. You are not alone on this path, and you are not moving without guidance, because there is a quiet presence surrounding you that is leading you towards something that reflects the love you have always been willing to give. The journey that brought you here has not been easy, yet every step has carried meaning, and every moment has quietly guided you closer to this season where love begins to feel like a home rather than a question. You have grown through situations that once felt confusing and heavy, and you have learned how to listen to your inner peace, instead of chasing after what only creates noise within your heart. That growth has created a space within you that is ready for something genuine, something that does not require you to lose yourself in order to keep it. You are no longer searching for validation in places that cannot give it, and you are no longer holding on to connections that leave you feeling uncertain or unfulfilled. This clarity is what allows you to recognize the difference between something temporary and something that is meant to stay. The person who is being guided toward you is not arriving to complete you, because you have already been made whole through your own journey, but they are coming to walk beside you in a way that feels natural and aligned. Their presence will not disturb your peace, but rather add to it in a way that feels comforting and steady. There will be a sense of ease between you, something that allows both of you to exist without pretending or holding back parts of yourselves. You will not feel the need to impress or prove anything, because there will be an understanding that goes beyond surface impressions. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. This connection will grow in a way that feels grounded and real, not rushed or overwhelming, but steady and meaningful. There will be a natural progression that allows both of you to build trust, understanding, and a shared sense of direction without pressure or confusion. You will find comfort in the way your conversations flow, and you will feel a quiet joy in the simple moments you share together. This is not the kind of connection that demands constant reassurance, because it carries its own sense of stability that speaks through actions rather than empty words. You may begin to notice small signs that something is shifting, moments that feel slightly different from what you have experienced before, yet those moments will carry a sense of calm rather than uncertainty. You will feel less anxious about the future and more present in the now, because your heart will begin to trust what is unfolding instead of fearing what might go wrong. This is the result of the healing that has taken place within you, the growth that has prepared you to receive something that aligns with your true self. Type 1919 to receive miracles. There will also be a deeper level of understanding between you and this person, something that allows you to support each other without losing your individuality. You will both have your own paths, your own experiences, and your own growth, yet there will be a shared respect that allows those differences to become a source of strength rather than conflict. You will feel encouraged to continue becoming the best version of yourself, and you will offer that same encouragement in return. The love that is coming into your life will not feel like a test that you have to pass, but rather like a space where you can rest and grow at the same time. It will not take away your independence, but it will add a layer of companionship that feels meaningful and fulfilling. There will be a balance between togetherness and individuality, something that allows both of you to thrive without feeling restricted or overwhelmed. As this unfolds, you may also feel a sense of release from the past, as if the weight you have been carrying is slowly lifting from your shoulders. Memories that once felt heavy may begin to feel distant, and emotions that once held you back may begin to soften. This is not because your past did not matter, but because it has completed its purpose and no longer needs to define your present or your future. There is a gentle reminder within this moment that you are worthy of a love that feels safe, a connection that feels real, and a partnership that supports your growth rather than limiting it. You are not meant to settle for something that only partially meets your heart, and you are not meant to continue carrying the burden of experiences that no longer align with who you are becoming. You are stepping into a space where love feels like a natural extension of your journey rather than a struggle to be maintained. This person will recognize the depth within you, the kindness you carry, and the strength that has been built through your experiences. They will not overlook the parts of you that others may have misunderstood, because they will see you with clarity and appreciation. There will be a mutual respect, that allows both of you to feel valued without needing constant reassurance, and there will be a shared understanding that creates a strong and steady foundation. You may find yourself feeling more open, more at ease, and more willing to embrace what is coming into your life without hesitation. This is not a sign of vulnerability in a negative sense, but rather a sign of trust that has been earned through your growth and your faith. You are not losing yourself in this connection, but rather finding a space where you can fully be yourself without fear or doubt. Deep within your brain is a small area tied to wealth and success, once hidden in restricted studies and classified documents. This newly uncovered frequency is helping people exchange financial stress for ease, and God has led you to see this message at this very moment. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. There will be moments of quiet joy, simple experiences that feel meaningful because they are shared with someone who truly understands you. You will feel a sense of comfort in their presence, a feeling that allows you to relax and be at peace with where you are. This is not something that can be forced or created artificially, because it is the result of two paths aligning at the right time in the right way. As you continue forward, remember that this is not something you need to control or manage, because it is already being guided in a way that reflects your highest good. You are not alone in this process, and you are not moving without purpose, because there is a greater plan unfolding that carries you towards something meaningful and lasting. This is a season of receiving, of allowing yourself to embrace what is being given to you without fear or hesitation. You have already done the work, you have already grown in ways that have prepared you for this, and now you are stepping into a moment where you can experience the result of that growth in a way that feels real and fulfilling. That calm is not accidental, because it is the gentle signal that you are moving into alignment with something that carries truth, something that will not leave you questioning your worth or your place. You have spent a long time learning how to carry your heart with care, especially after moments that tested your trust and stretched your patience beyond what felt comfortable. There were times when you gave more than you received, times when you stayed longer than you should have, and times when you hoped for change that never came. Yet through all of that, you did not lose your ability to love, and you did not allow your heart to become closed or hardened, and that is something deeply meaningful that heaven has seen clearly. The connection that is being guided toward you will not ask you to repeat those same patterns, because it comes with a different kind of energy, one that supports rather than drains, one that understands rather than confuses. You will not feel like you are trying to figure out where you stand, because there will be a natural clarity that allows you to feel secure without needing constant reassurance. This is not something you have to chase or hold together with effort, because it will come with a sense of balance that feels right from the beginning. Type yes to affirm. There will be a moment when everything begins to make sense in a way that feels peaceful rather than overwhelming. And you will realize that the delays you once struggled with were actually guiding you away from what was not meant to stay. You will begin to see how every ending protected you, how every disappointment redirected you, and how every moment of waiting shaped you into someone who can now recognize what is real and what is not. This understanding will not come with regret, but with a sense of gratitude that allows you to move forward without carrying the weight of the past. The person who is entering your life will not be perfect, just as you are not perfect, but there will be a shared willingness to grow, to understand, and to support each other in a way that feels genuine and lasting. There will be patience in the way you both communicate, and there will be respect in the way you both listen and respond to each other. This is not about finding someone who completes you, but about connecting with someone who walks beside you with honesty and care. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. As this connection continues to grow, You will begin to notice how different it feels compared to what you have experienced before. There will be less confusion, less uncertainty, and more clarity in the way things unfold. You will not feel like you are constantly trying to understand hidden meanings or mixed signals, because there will be openness that allows both of you to express yourselves without fear or hesitation. This kind of connection brings peace, not because everything is perfect, but because it is real. There is also a deep sense of timing within all of this, something that cannot be rushed or forced, because it is unfolding exactly as it is meant to. You may have once wished for things to happen sooner, but now you are beginning to see that the timing had to align with your growth and your readiness. If this had come earlier, it would not have felt the same, and it may not have been able to grow into what it is meant to become. Now, however, you are in a place where you can receive it without losing yourself, and that makes all the difference. There will be moments of quiet joy that feel simple yet deeply meaningful, moments where you feel completely at ease just being present with this person. You will find comfort in their presence, not because they take away your challenges, but because they stand beside you in a way that makes those challenges feel more manageable. This is the kind of connection that brings strength rather than weakness, and peace rather than confusion. You may also feel a sense of renewal within yourself, as if parts of your heart that once felt distant or guarded are beginning to open again in a natural and gentle way. This is not something you are forcing, but something that is happening because you feel safe enough to allow it. That sense of safety is important because it allows love to grow without fear, and it allows both of you to build something that is based on trust rather than uncertainty. There is a quiet understanding that will exist between you, something that goes beyond words and allows both of you to feel seen and appreciated without needing constant validation. You will not feel the need to explain every part of yourself, because there will be a natural connection that allows for understanding without effort. This is the result of two paths aligning at the right time, guided by something greater than either of you alone. As you move forward, hold on to the awareness that you are not stepping into something fragile or temporary, but into something that has been carefully prepared and guided with intention. This is not something that will disappear when things become challenging, because it is built on a foundation that is strong enough to grow through both the easy and the difficult moments. You have come through a journey that has tested your strength and shaped your heart, and now you are stepping into a season where you can experience the beauty of what that journey has prepared you for. You are not the same person you once were, and that growth is what allows this connection to enter your life in a way that feels aligned and meaningful. A 7-second brainwave approach, previously limited to elite groups and stored in classified files, is now available to everyone, and many call it the 30-second miracle. Researchers claim it stimulates a dormant brain center associated with prosperity and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it is removed from the internet again. There is no need to rush or force anything, because what is meant for you will continue to unfold in a way that feels natural and steady. You are being guided towards something that reflects your heart, your faith, and your willingness to grow, and that is something that cannot be taken away or replaced by anything less. Carry this sense of peace within you, and allow yourself to trust what is happening, because you are not alone in this, and you are not moving without direction. There is a quiet presence guiding you forward, leading you towards something that is real, something that is lasting, and something that will bring a sense of fulfillment that you have been waiting to feel. There is a sense of calm that is replacing the restless searching you once carried, and that calm is preparing you to receive something that does not disturb your peace, but adds to it in a way that feels steady and true. You have walked through many seasons where you questioned whether love would ever feel right, where you wondered if your heart would ever find a place where it could rest without fear of being unsettled again. There were moments when you felt like giving up on the idea of something lasting, because everything you experienced seemed to fade before it could become real. Yet even in those moments, there was a quiet part of you that refused to let go of hope, a part of you that believed in something deeper even when your surroundings did not reflect it. That quiet hope has been one of your greatest strengths, and it has carried you through more than you realize. Now you are stepping into a season where that hope begins to take form in a way that feels real and grounded, not distant or uncertain. The connection that is entering your life will not feel like something you have to question or analyze, because it will come with a sense of clarity that allows you to simply experience it without fear. There will be honesty in the way you both express yourselves, and there will be consistency in the way your actions align with your words. This is the kind of connection that builds trust naturally, without needing constant reassurance or effort. Type Amen if you believe. There will be a moment when you realize that your heart is no longer carrying the same weight it once did, and that realization will bring a sense of relief that feels both gentle and powerful. You will understand that you are no longer holding on to the past in the same way, and that you are free to move forward without being tied to experiences that no longer serve you. This freedom will not come from forgetting what you have been through, but from understanding it in a way that allows you to release its hold on you. The person who is being guided into your life will meet you in this space of freedom, and they will not try to change you or reshape you into something you are not. Instead, they will appreciate the person you have become, and they will respect the journey that brought you to this point. There will be a mutual understanding that allows both of you to grow without feeling restricted, and there will be a shared sense of purpose that brings meaning to your connection. Type 2323 if you agree.